Hello and welcome to another video from London here on Adventure Sean. In this video I'm going to be going to the observation deck of the tallest building here in the United Kingdom and one of the tallest buildings in Europe. Here it is just behind me. It's called the Shard and it stands at 309 meters, which is just over 1,000 feet. And yeah, I'm going to be going up to the observation deck and getting some beautiful views, firstly in the daytime. I'll then be staying up there for sunset, and then much like I've done at the buildings when I was in New York the other week, I'll be staying up there until it gets dark, so I get to see the views across the city at night. Yeah, the building itself has got a really nice design to it with all the glass panels down the side, and that's the good thing about London over the past few years. So many new skyscrapers are popping up with some really nice designs to them, and the Shard is actually one of my favourite buildings that I've seen out there in the world. Like, there's some great structures, there really is, but I'm just loving some of these ones in London that we're getting, the different shapes, like the Gherkin as it's informally known, the cheese grater, loads of different buildings, 20 Fenchurch Street, and the Shard. Like I say, it's a great structure. It was completed in 2012. The observation deck, called the View from the Shard, opened in 2013. And yeah, I've been up there before, but not for a few years. I've been up the world's tallest building over the Burj Khalifa in Dubai since then, that I filmed over on my other channel, because this one I wasn't doing videos about different places at the time. So if you want to see that, head over to Theme Park Worldwide and check that out. But yeah, like, I've done so many other buildings since, so I'm looking forward to going up there and getting some views of London. Of course, since I last went up the Shard, lots of new buildings have popped up all around London. I say popped up, so much work goes into them. It's not just a matter of plonk up they go. When I say popped up, I mean like how quick they get the buildings up. I mean, I come to London regularly, probably 10 times a year or so, and there's always new buildings to see and so much going on. It really is fascinating, all the construction that takes place and just how quick they do it. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to cross over London Bridge, which is just here behind me. I made my way over to the entrance to the View from the Shard. It's actually located in London Bridge Station, but I'll show you all that when we cross over the bridge and where to buy tickets and things. Now, I actually got a good deal online. It saved around £10. I've paid £24 for a ticket to go up to the top. Some might think that's a little bit too expensive. I don't think it's too bad compared to some buildings that I've done. But yeah, it's a really nice overall experience. Of course, some really fast elevators in there for us here in the UK especially. And yeah, it's just a very iconic structure on the London skyline now. So yeah, join me as we go to the top of the Shard. Now, it's took me just under 10 minutes there to walk from where I was just to here outside London Bridge Station. I literally just crossed over the River Thames, over on London Bridge, then took the first left, which brings you to where I'm standing now. And the entrance to the Shard from here is literally straight through that way. So it might say London Bridge Station out the front, but that is where you want to be going to get to the Shard. I know a few people who've tried walking all around here, and yes, you could get that way if you walk all the way around the back. But yeah, you can walk straight through the station. So I'm going to cross over the road just here, and yeah, we'll make our way down to the main entrance. As always with capital cities out there around the world, the signage is really good. All you need to do is just follow for the Shard. Like I say, straight down anyway this way. But then you've got London Bridge Underground Station just there as well if you are arriving via the tube. So I've just carried on walking straight there, and I've made it here to the entrance. Nice and easy to find. As you can see there, it says at the top, the Shard Viewing Gallery. I'm just looking out for all these screens just here as well, where you've got the signage. But yeah, that's the other way where you could come. And in fact, I'm going to carry on straight for a second, because this is a really good view of the Shard. If we look up, there you go, there's a little teaser. What we're going to be seeing from up there at the top. Obviously all this is the observation area just here, and you get to look up at that top part of the structure, because much like many buildings out there, the observation deck isn't right at the top, very close to the top, but it's not directly there, especially with how the structure is designed, like the shard of glass all breaking apart. Like I say, I do really love the design of this, and this is actually one of my favourite views of it looking up. There's the escalator. If I pan the camera like that, da-da-da-da. There you go. What a beautiful structure. Right, let's go and head inside. Of course, much like a lot of the tourist attractions and famous sites, you've got to go through a security check, just like your standard airport security checks that you go through. So I'll see you when we go through that and get inside. and here we go. So I've just gone through the security check. No wait at all today, which is good.
Doors will open on the far side, thank you.
Thank you. And here we are in the lifts. Yeah, no key for the security check, straight in, which was really good. They do a fast track option as well, but I definitely, when you come inside, have a little look first to see if it's actually worth buying that, because you don't want to spend money on fast track if you don't need it. Hello. Yeah. Here we are. All the screens above you just there. You've got like a green screen photo point as well. And then you just walk straight down to the lift. Not too much walking at all actually down at the bottom. Here we go.
What's this?
You do feel the force in these modern lifts, I tell you. Not quite as much as some of the ones in New York and Dubai though. Do like all the screens around the side. There we are, floor 33. There we are. Go around and get into the next elevator now. All the writing all around on the sides. There we go. This has got some different screens up at the top just there. Here we go. There we are, so this elevator's taken us all the way up to the top. Be nice if there's just a little bit of atmospheric music in here to build you up to it, wouldn't it? A bit like you got the Rockefeller Centre. I do like the mirrors there, you got all the screens. And way too many Seans there in a row. There we are, floor 68.
Right guys, going to level 68, left, up the stairs, these two floors way, 69 and 72. Have a great time.
Thank you. Hey, we got up here before it rains anyway.
Hey, solve the keys.
So the view, level 69 and level 72 is around that way. So we'll go up here, shall we first?
Where you from guys?
Of course, with a lot of these buildings, I'll mention it again in terms of people who are a bit scared of height. You've got a lot of space up here, like they don't just bring you straight out the lift there and you're on the edge, you know, right up against the side. You got a lot of space. And here we go, let's have a look at some of them iconic views. It's a nice open air structure in here, very similar actually in terms of like the size compared to like One World Trade Center. I mean, not quite as big, but it's certainly very open like that in terms of all the space. And obviously what I really like with this as well is the design of it. Like you can stand here, take some really cool photos, like have your friends stood in that window. Wow. Don't think we're going to get much of a sunset tonight. Unfortunately the sun's gone in. But yeah, let's have a good look round. One of my favourite things here is obviously seeing all the train tracks underneath running round.
Is that some balls?
It'd be really nice though if the lift just had a bit of music, just to add a bit of atmosphere. Obviously that's the new building since I was last up here. It's been at least 3 years I would say, I'm not sure on the exact date. But yeah, I came up like a couple of months after it first opened as well, and then I came up again since, it's actually my third time coming up here now. There's the London Eye. Obviously we're quite a bit taller than the London Eye. Just behind it, Buckingham Palace. Really good clear views actually today. Pan round to the right hand side there, we can see the BT Tower. Let's continue walking around this way. Yeah, see what I mean? You get some really good photos of people like in the windows. You feel right on the edge here as well, which is good. If you want to, like you don't have to be on the edge, but it's quite nice to if you do want to. Nice how they put some seating up here now. I remember saying that last time I was here. There was no seating, so it's nice to know that they've either watched the video or maybe just thought off their own back and thought, let's put some seating up here. As we move a little bit further round then, of course we can see the Thames and London Bridge. Started the video down the bottom just there. The monument structure, of course, to commemorate the Great Fire of London that happened in 1666. Check out my video in the London playlist here on Adventure Sean to see me going to the top of that. Nobody up there at the moment. Of course, get to see some of them newer buildings that have gone up in London. And another big building going up the back there. That looks a very similar height to where we are actually. Wonder how much taller, or you know, if it's going to be as tall. I don't really know much about it, to be honest. I'll have to do some research. Yeah, we look a very similar level to that where we are now. HMS Belfast down there at the bottom. And looking right down on the station. Oh, hitting the glass then. Look right down on the station. Underestimated how close it was then. I think it's because you got these bits at the side. It makes you think that it's further out than it actually is. Low towards Canary Wharf there. Tower Bridge. Of course, that was the first video that I've done on this channel from London, where I went up Tower Bridge earlier today, so make sure you check that one out. We zoom over to the back there, we look over towards Stratford. Also the stadium for West Ham that was used for the Olympic Stadium. Built for London 2012, and like I say, that was all the Olympic Park all over there.
Which one is it? I think it's that one.
Sorry if it's a little bit shaky, we are zoomed in quite a way there. You can see the tower just next to it that you can go up as well, and Westfield at Stratford. Zoom back out again. Down the bottom there to the Tower of London. Let's carry on walking a little bit further around. Not very busy at all up here today, which is good. Yeah, you got so much space up here. If you are scared of heights, you don't have to go anywhere near the edge if you don't want to. You could just stay a little bit further over there. This is quite interesting because I've not been up here since all this was finished. All the platforms down there for London Bridge Station. Well, that's quite a nice area to walk around. All down here, like this path just here. Quite a nice walk if you do get a chance. Oh, look at that, all the trains coming in and out of London. Loving that. Better view of Canary Wharf. I hit the glass again. Sean, what are you doing? Getting too excited. Carry on looking around this way. Of course, most of the famous sites are on the other side. I'm glad there's a lot more seating up here now though. This is quite a nice, like, edgy view, just looking out there like, what? I wouldn't hit the glass that time. Yeah, like that's a great photo point, like you could stand your friend there in the corner. You can take the photo from over at the side. Show some of the green area down there in London. Yeah, there is some green space, you know, outside of like the big parks, you know, you got some smaller little areas as well. This is all pretty much residential down on this side. Obviously, if we look right over there, that's going further down the Thames. Let's have a zoom in over towards the House of Parliament. All the scaffolding on there at the moment. Big Ben. The clock there, just peeking through. If you go further down that way, get down to the MI6 building. Some more of the famous structures around London. Oh, playing a bit of George Ezra now. Big Ezra fan. Do you like his music? Do you like Ezra? Comment down below. So I'm just climbing up some more steps now, what's going to take us up to level 72 of the Shard, but we'll get some even better views. We also get to go onto the outdoor observation deck up here as well. So yeah, let's carry on walking up. We go and have a look from here. These are quite a nice perspective actually, if you look back down that way as well. Got the bar down there as well. That'll probably be some people's favourite part of the experience. But yeah, we'll carry on walking up the steps and get some more views. Right then, here we are on the outdoor deck, level 72. Looks like it's set up for some golf up here. I know, it looks like a golf course, doesn't it? This grass wasn't here last time, it was like decking before. They must maybe do some different events and stuff on the grass maybe. Picnics and things, I don't know. But they've got another bar up here as well, which is good. So they've got 2 bars now. So that's really good. Again, it's another big open space. In a way, this feels even bigger of a space than the levels just below us actually, because you've got a bit more room around this area. And they got all the flowers up there, that's quite nice. Up on the wall. Stand on the edge again, just over here, looking right down. Yeah, I'm loving all the roofs down there on the station. Yeah, sadly I don't think we're going to get much of a sunset tonight, but we'll get to see it in the dark, so that's good. And there's a look up to the top of the structure itself. Like I say, we are on the top level in terms of functional, but if you look up the top there's some other levels, mostly for like window cleaning equipment and harnesses and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, we're not that far off the top really. But there's, what can I see there, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think maybe 6 different levels that I can see there. Obviously all for servicing the building and all that kind of stuff. Some big speakers here as well. Yeah, they definitely must do a lot of events up here. Like I said, the grass wasn't here last time I came. I did see this on photos actually. There we are, share your photos on Instagram. And whilst we're on it, I may as well give you a plug for my own Instagram. Give me a follow, at Sean Sandbrook. You find it at the end of the video if you're not sure how to spell it. Oh, that's a good view. On the edge here, look. Yeah, it's at the end of the video, at Sean Sandbrook, or also you find a link in the video description as well. So give us a follow over on Instagram, I'd really appreciate it. Millenium Bridge down there, famous for Harry Potter being filmed there. And it also had a bit of a wobble when it first opened. It had to close whilst they did some work to it. Loads of bridges there now, isn't it, crossing the Thames? Oh, the lights have just come on over on the London Eye. But yeah, I'm going to have a little walk around, take some more photos, and wait for it to start getting dark. Really nice. Just trying to look for the Wembley Arch as well, because I remember seeing that up here last time. There it is. Pan round. Got to show you the Wembley Arch. See how far we can zoom in on this camera. Oh, it's not too shaky at that point. There you go. Considering that's still quite a fair way. Not done too bad there, but that's the Wembley Arch. And then I'll zoom out fast. Yeah, that shows how far away that was. Right, I'll see you a little bit later on. I'm going to get a drink. And yeah, take a few photos and wait for it to go dark here at the Shard. So it's been about half hour or so since I last spoke to you all. As we can see, a bit of sun over there, just through the clouds. Not as much sun as what I would have liked, but I can assure you that when it is a really sunny day and you come up here, the views are even better. And the sunset is amazing. But all the lights are starting to come on over London. It's actually quite a clear day today for seeing. The lights have just come on over at the Wembley Arch as well, if we zoom in again right over there, so that's going to be lit up. It's not always lit up on a night, which I find quite interesting. I think it's only when they actually have something going on. Something I found quite fascinating. I've been standing here for about 10 minutes, just watching this crane down below us just here. Struggle to see it with the reflection, but yeah, the crane just keeps moving some of them concrete pillars down below us. And obviously all the trains coming in as we approach the London rush hour and everybody starting to go home from work. All the trains coming in down here. It's like a Hornby model train set, isn't it, when you see all the track down there and all the trains coming in. Yeah, I'd probably say this is one of my favourite views actually. This window here, I'm back on level 72 on the outside again. You see all the red lights over on the London Eye. Still with that Coca-Cola sponsorship at the moment, hence why it's red. Buckingham Palace lit up there in the background. Yeah, so a little bit of sun just over there going down, but not much. But I'm glad it's not raining. The worst thing is, if it's raining, it does go all on the glass here, and with there being nowhere else to see in terms of without any glass, you know, if it is going to rain, I'd definitely you know, try and see if you can change it to another day that you're going to come up here, or you know, make sure you check the weather forecast before you book a ticket, because you don't want to be coming up here in the rain at all. I've seen photos before, and I think the first time I came it actually rained a little bit later in my visit, and all the windows, yeah, it really does get covered. But yeah, coming up these buildings is even better in the dark, like when you get to see all the lights everywhere, thousands of lights everywhere. It's incredible. Yeah, give it another 15-20 minutes and it'll be fully dark, and we'll get some more footage before heading back down from the Shard. What an amazing structure there, and such a unique design to it. Here we go then, so all the lights are on across London, all the buildings lit up, and Tower Bridge down the bottom there with all its lighting on. To start off our look at the view from the Shard in the dark. Looks great, that does, doesn't it? All the lighting, what they put on there a few years back. Really nice. Another look down underneath us. It's London Bridge Station, all the platforms lit up. Makes quite a nice pattern actually, doesn't it? Canary Wharf.
I'm gradually acclimatising.
It's not too busy up here this evening either. I thought it was going to get busier. Normally when you go up these skyscrapers in various cities around the world, they tend to get busier at night, but not so much. Not tonight, maybe because we're in February. So they dim the lighting, which is quite nice, so it doesn't reflect too much on the glass. And on the level below us, on the indoor observation deck, the lighting's really dimmed in there, which is great. A little look up there to the spire of the Shard. Across towards the London Eye over there. House of Parliament. We'll get a better view a bit further around where I'll zoom in actually. We'll go around this way. Yeah, I love coming up these buildings, especially at night. Here we are. This is a great angle for a photo, like standing there, because the good thing is here, that's exactly where I was stood down the bottom there, like earlier on in the video when I showed you the view looking right up. That's nice, that is. Not too much reflection, there's a little bit, but could be a lot worse. The London Eye really stands out in that red lighting. Yeah, there must be something going on at Wembley tonight. Have another zoom in for you over to Wembley. As we look across the beautiful city of London in the dark. All the cars, all the traffic, all the trains, people rushing about, going home from work. That's the great thing about being up here, you know, you don't get any of that rush what's going on downstairs. You're just up here, you can relax and just enjoy it. St. Paul's Cathedral down there. That famous dome all lit up there. Ooh, colour changing lights on the bar. I didn't notice them earlier. But yeah, definitely if it is going to give out rain for your visit to the Shard, then I'd definitely try and come at another point. Ideally, you don't want to book your tickets until you've checked the weather a couple of days before. All them new buildings, and hopefully in a few years we'll have a building called the Tulip over there as well, which is going to be just a little bit shorter than the Shard in terms of the actual height of the building, but if it does get built, it's going to have like pods on the side, and there's going to be like loads of different floors. I believe they're going to put like a classroom up there for like kids to learn and things, and yeah, like it'd be fascinating. And if it does happen, the actual viewing gallery, the observation deck, like what we're on here at the Shard, will actually be taller over there once it's built. But yeah, like it isn't like under construction yet or anything. It's got to get permission first. I'm sure they'll grant it there. I don't see why not. In my opinion, all these new buildings going up are a great thing for the city, and it complements some of the older architecture and structures. Wonderful. Yeah, I'm going to head back down the steps, around this way, and then we'll have a little look back downstairs again and head down in the lift. So like I said, just they've really got the lighting levels right in here, dim them right down, so you don't really get any reflection at all. You actually get better photos here than you do upstairs, in my opinion. A lot less reflection. Got the tunes pumping tonight. Definitely must have loads of different events. I did see something about like a cabaret up here at some point. It looked like a bit like Greatest Showman style. Obviously there's all your steps. Take you up to the top level. It's even dark around this bit. Yeah, there we go. You can see this area a lot better here. Let's take one final look over London before heading down from the Shard. Like I said, I definitely recommend coming up just before it gets dark, just before the sunset, if there is going to be one, and then you definitely get your money's worth. I feel like I've had my money's worth, definitely. But there you go, that's my trip to the view from the Shard. Let's head back round to the lift, head down in the elevator, and have a look around the gift shop at the bottom. Wonderful. I love London so much.
It's good fun.
Third floor.
Very nice.
Let's get ready for my out. I never put jeans and top on. I was in all dressed up. Older than mum and look good today. I mean, I'm going to have my makeup as well. Oh, she was there.
Nice and quick then to get back down in the elevator, and yeah, didn't have to queue to come down either, which was good. Wasn't really that many people heading up though to go and see it in the dark, to be honest. Have a little look in the gift shop just here. This has been reduced in size quite a bit actually. When I first came, this whole section was all the gift shop. Now they've put like a bakery and cafe and stuff in here. Yeah, it used to be full of merchandise. Now there's just this down the side, and there is a shop upstairs actually, but that was closed, the Sky Boutique. But you can get these nice models and stuff for £10 and £7.50 for a small one. Not too badly priced actually. But yeah, the amount of merchandise on offer has been reduced drastically since when it first opened. Seems to be a bit cheaper though. Key rings, £4 each, 2 for £7. Mugs are quite nice actually. Shard on there with the sunset. Yeah, it does look great when you get a sunset like that. I'm sure I'll come back again at some point in the future for a 4th visit. And there we go. Yeah, that is pretty much all your merch. God, like, I didn't even notice that when I walked in. But yeah, this used to be full of merchandise down here, whereas now it's all just the just all the cafe. But anyway, I'm going to head outside and we'll wrap up this vlog here from the Shard. When you've been to the top of one of these skyscrapers, it's always nice to come back down here on the ground and looking back up at where you've just been. What an absolutely incredible structure the Shard is, and like I said back at the start of the video, I love the design of it, and the fact that when you're at the top you've got like the glass that's been like cut open. You know, it's great, it really is, and looking out over London, it's a brilliant viewpoint. In my opinion, I do think this is the best viewpoint in London in terms of seeing over everything, but I definitely recommend going to see the London Eye as well. Much like I said out there in New York, it was great to do Rockefeller, One World Trade Center, the Empire State Building. They all offered very different views, and it's the same here. If you want views more over towards the Houses of Parliament, I know they're in scaffolding at the moment when I recorded this video, but you know, when they're out of scaffolding, the views of Big Ben and the House of Parliament are absolutely breathtaking, and are a lot better down there than they are with the Shard. But for me, I really feel like London is evolving even more so down at this end. Obviously, you've got to think as well, you get amazing views of Tower Bridge, more over towards the Olympic Park. Yeah, there's the pros and cons of going to each one really, but if you get a chance, definitely do both of them. Absolutely fantastic viewpoints, and like I say, try and find like a Groupon deal or something online to get a cheaper discounted ticket. I think I saved, it wasn't quite £10, I think it was £8 that I saved from booking online and looking out for a deal. So make sure you look out for the best deals. That's what I do all the time. That's how I manage to go and see a lot of things. I always look in advance. I don't just turn up and think, right, I'm going to pay, unless it's going to be the same price on the door. But there you go. Thank you very much for watching. Of course, there's 3 different videos so far in my playlist here on Adventure Sean from London. Check out the various different videos I'm going to be filming throughout 2019 and beyond from London in that playlist. Like I said, I've also done New York. Throughout this year, I'll be going to Manchester, Liverpool, Birmingham, loads of great cities here in the UK, along with also a trip out to Paris, and maybe a couple of surprises as well. So if you want to see more of my adventures, check them out here on the channel. Make sure you subscribe and press that bell icon to be notified when I upload the new video. And that leaves me with one more thing to say. Goodbye from the Shard, and get out there and have your own adventures. See you soon.